Dustin the Diamond Poirier, a name that resonates with resilience, grit, and dedication in the world of mixed martial arts. Known for his incredible comebacks, explosive fights, and relentless drive, Dustin Poirier's MMA journey has been anything but smooth. Today, we're diving deep into the ups and downs of his career, the moments that defined him, challenged him, and made him the legendary fighter he is today. Dustin Poirier's journey begins in the swamps of Lafayette, Louisiana, where he discovered a passion for fighting at a young age. After wrestling in high school and finding himself in trouble on the streets, Dustin needed an outlet. He first got into boxing, where he began to develop the elite striking skills he possesses today, then entered MMA. In 2009, he made his professional debut, racking up an impressive record in smaller organizations. In 2011, Dustin took his first big leap, joining the UFC. Poirier showed the world what he was made of, quickly proving himself with a debut win over Josh Grisby, then an impressive submission win over a young and hungry future superstar, Max Holloway. It was the start of something special, a glimpse of a rising star in the featherweight division. But as with any journey, success didn't come without challenges. Between 2012 and 2014, Dustin faced some serious setbacks. In 2012, he took on Chan Sung Jung, also known as the Korean Zombie, in what became an all-time classic fight. Poirier fought hard in the Fight of the Year finalist, but he lost via submission. It was a painful defeat and a reminder of how tough the competition was in the UFC, but things didn't get easier. In 2014, he faced off against a rising Irish star named Conor McGregor. McGregor's hype was through the roof, and Poirier was determined to silence him. However, McGregor stopped him in the first round. It was a crushing loss, and Dustin was left to question his future in the featherweight division. But when it came to Conor, it was Dustin who would get the last laugh. Refusing to give up, Dustin made a bold move. He stepped up to the lightweight division in 2015. And with that came a renewed focus, a fresh start, and an undeniable determination to rise again. The move paid off almost instantly. Poirier went on a winning streak, taking down big names like Carlos Diego Ferreira, Bobby Green, and seasoned veteran Jim Miller. Dustin wasn't just back. He was better than ever. He looked stronger, faster, and more focused, and the lightweight division soon saw that the Diamond was a force to be reckoned with. The next few years saw Poirier go to war with some of the UFC's most dangerous fighters. His bouts with Eddie Alvarez, Anthony Pettis, Justin Gaethje, and Max Holloway became instant classics. These were fights that showcased Dustin's heart, his will to win, and his grit to push through adversity. In 2018, Poirier took on Justin Gaethje in a brutal back-and-forth fight that saw Poirier eventually win by TKO. The bout earned Fight of the Night honors and left fans speechless. Dustin had proven he wasn't just a contender, he was championship material. He followed up that savage performance with another violent fight, the rematch versus Eddie Alvarez. After years of hard work, Poirier finally reached the pinnacle of his career in April 2019, again facing Max Holloway for the interim lightweight title. They had both become superstars in the UFC since their first fight back in 2012. In a thrilling 5-round battle and another Fight of the Year candidate, Poirier emerged victorious, claiming UFC gold for the first time in his career. But the joy was short-lived. Just 5 months later, Dustin faced his biggest challenge yet, a fight against the undefeated lightweight champion Khabib Nurmagomedov. Dustin landed slick strikes and defended Khabib's elite grappling, but despite a courageous performance, Poirier fell short, tapping out in the third round. It was a humbling defeat. But true to his nature, Dustin didn't make excuses. He vowed to come back stronger, and he did, in a 5-round bloodbath with the lanky and tough Dan Hooker. Dan found out firsthand the dog inside Dustin, with an ambulance trip to the hospital. In 2021, Dustin Poirier's journey came full circle. He was set to face Conor McGregor again, this time with far more on the line. In their second fight, Poirier showed the world just how much he had evolved. After taking heavy shots from Conor in the first round, Dustin remained poised, landed calf kicks and strikes in the clinch. The tables quickly turned, and Dustin dismantled McGregor with a TKO in the second round, avenging his earlier loss and knocking out Conor for the first time in his career. And then, just a few months later, he faced McGregor yet again in a highly anticipated trilogy fight. Conor took a much different angle, attacking with mental warfare and erratic behavior, but unwavered, Poirier dominated, savagely beating Conor, landing heavy elbows in the ground and pound. Dustin continued to dominate, but the fight ended abruptly when McGregor broke his leg in the second round, giving Dustin the victory. This was a symbolic moment, a sign of Poirier's growth, both as a fighter and as a person. Poirier would get another chance at gold, a lightweight title against Charles Oliveira at UFC 269. Coming off back-to-back wins against Conor McGregor, Poirier entered the octagon with confidence, hoping to finally claim the undisputed lightweight title. In the first round, Poirier looked sharp, landing solid shots and controlling the pace. But Oliveira turned the tables in round 2, bringing Poirier into his world on the ground. In the third round, Oliveira found the opening he needed. He took Poirier's back and locked in a rear naked choke, forcing Poirier to tap. It was a crushing loss, but Poirier didn't let it deter him, proving he would continue to fight at the highest level. Next, we had the showdown with Michael Chandler at UFC 281, a bout that was almost guaranteed to deliver fireworks. Chandler came out strong, using his explosive power to overwhelm Poirier in the first round. Poirier, however, stayed calm, absorbing the pressure and patiently waiting for his opening. The fight was a back-and-forth war, but in the third round, Poirier saw his chance. Chandler left an opening, and Poirier locked in a rear naked choke, forcing Chandler to tap. It was another classic Poirier performance, showcasing his resilience and composure under fire. Then came the highly anticipated rematch with Justin Gaethje, this time for the BMF title. Their first fight was an all-out war, and fans knew this one would be just as intense. Gaethje came prepared, using a more strategic approach this time around. Both fighters traded powerful shots, with Poirier's technical striking matching Gaethje's wild offense. But in the second round, Gaethje caught Poirier with a perfectly timed head kick, delivering one of the most shocking knockouts of the year. It was a heartbreaking loss for Poirier, but he took it with grace, congratulating Gaethje on a job well done. Coming off the devastating loss to Gaethje, the UFC offered Dustin rising contender and ex-French Special Forces Benoit Saint-Denis. The young hungry lion was on a 5-fight win streak, finishing all of his opponents in the first 2 rounds. But Dustin showed he still has that dog in him. An action-packed fight saw Saint-Denis come forward, and the Diamond wasn't backing down. El Diamante showed elite boxing and attempting guillotine after guillotine, only to KO the young savage with a spectacular hook. The finish once again reminded the MMA world that the Diamond still shines bright, and the underdog from the swamps of Louisiana had his chance again. He had put himself in position for another chance at gold versus lightweight king and heavily favored Islam Makhachev. This would be one of the toughest tests of his career. Makhachev's ground game is unmatched, and Poirier would have to rely on his striking, defensive grappling, and cage control to stand a chance. Dustin showed the true grit of a champion, underdog, against the world's best pound-for-pound grappler. The Diamond defended takedowns, got up again and again, and smashed Islam's face. Beaten and battered, Dustin would show true guts and grit. Poirier dragged the fight into the 5th round, but Makhachev was able to secure the submission. Dustin Poirier has faced some of the lightweight division's greatest. Every fight adds to his legacy, and whether he wins or loses, Poirier's heart and determination make him one of the sport's most respected warriors. What's next for Dustin? How will he end his illustrious career? He has one more fight for sure. Who should it be? McGregor? Max Holloway? Justin Gaethje? Only time will tell, but one thing's for sure. His story isn't just about a fighter, it's about resilience, transformation, and leaving a lasting legacy.